factory workers, it's time again for our morning coffee. That's good. That's good. Let's just top this off real quick. Give it a little warm up. It's good. Oops. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good enough. What do we got going on? Well, let's see. Off camera, we did a couple things. Did a little bit of work. We were able to get our singularities being produced enough that we unlocked our alien power matrix. We could build a factory for these to feed into our what is the power grid alien piece thing. I forgot what it's called. It's not important. But we could do that with some things. Not really excited to do that. Not really necessary, but we could if we wanted to. Um, and we're down to, I've got 5 of the 7 for this. So let's see, 2 and 13, 15 and 23, 38. So 38 Mercer spheres, and we have completed all of the MAM things. So yeah, we're getting a little bit closer there. Let's pop a hard drive in here while we're waiting. I've got a few backed up, so we'll do that. Unlock some alternates. Then I don't remember if I had this factory set up for the last stream, but I did a super conveyor back and forth to my oil plant that's on the other side of the canyon over there, and um, start transporting the gunpowder back and forth to make the wet gunpowder, and we're stacking cluster nobulisks there, and somewhere, oh, on the other side, I've got um, rifle ammunition. So I've got my weapons factories set up and going. This conveyor here, the super conveyor, is going out to our SAM factory over there. And let's head over there, and I'll just walk through what we're going to need to do for in our list. So this will be our singularity cell factory that's already running, but we need to get those parts over to our nuclear setup, which is at the end of the canyon over by the desert, um, up there on a cliff. So we need to transport that stuff all the way over. I was thinking about it. We could do drone, like some of the other nuclear stuff that's being delivered, but I really don't have a good fuel source. I was just checking to see if you can hear my bird. If you happen to hear a whistle in the background, that is my bird Skittles going nuts. So, um, he's a kike, a medium-sized parrot, and he can be a bit loud sometimes. So you may hear him every now and then, because I don't have a sound studio. So, um, anyway, this is our singularity factory. So this is step 1. This is just making a nuclear pasta. So I'm just using my overflow of conversion cubes from the nuclear pasta that I'm creating for the milestone, which I've turned into 100 of. You can see that up in the corner there for my phase 5 stuff. And sip of coffee while I get my thoughts together. What's the other input? Oh, this is the copper powder. So I don't need these to like produce like at a super speed. Um, and so I ran another super conveyor off of the start node at the base of this hill, which is the rock desert kind of start zone where there's a few copper pure nodes, or I'm sorry, a copper pure node and a few iron pure nodes. I also found at the base there's 3 normal concrete nodes, and I needed concrete for this too. So I set up a little factory down there. Um, I was producing copper plates off that copper node, and realized I don't think I ever made a train to actually go pick any of it up. Um, I ended up just working the other side of it. Oh, there's a hard drive out there. I wonder if I've picked that one up yet. I probably have. Let's go check. So down here, I'm just producing the concrete and copper powder, and then down there, I've got just a small one doing metal plates. And as you can see, I've already got the belts like backed up all the way to where those have pretty much shut themselves down. Once we start moving the singularity um, cells to the nuclear plant, uh, we may have to bump these factories up a notch. All right, so if we go from this power, I don't see that I have a way up there yet, so I probably have not collected that one yet. Let's go get that real quick. Let me just run a power line here. Power lines are cheap, so I use them to explore kind of slowly. And wire's too long. Let's get a little closer. There we go. Hello, you. Don't mind me. I'm just stealing what you're protecting. I see goodies scattered around. That means I probably have not picked up this drive. So let's take care of the beastie. Now let's have some more fun with this. Hello. Oh, you got me. Here, chew on this. Go fetch. Oh, you gonna take a nap? Are you tired? I love those obelisks. They're my favorite. Oh, solid biofuel. Just what I needed. This is obviously an early game one. Yeah, one obelisk is definitely not a challenge type one. So, let's see, where's my pod? Did I get all the pieces? I guess so, there wasn't a whole lot there. Alright, how do I open this pod? Oh, power. I can run power. That's one of the reasons I explore these things with power too, is because then it's just easy to do those. Because there's a few of these pods that just need power. And there we go. I don't need that powered anymore, so I don't know if these things actually suck power off your grid or not. Okay, so back to our list. Let's see. Coffee. Oh, that's good. Okay. Let's see. So that's our singularity factory. I gotta figure out a way of transporting these things out to our nuclear facility. I have a train station there. Maybe we'll use the train station. Use a train. I don't have a train for stop for delivering stuff to the nuclear plant. Everything I've been doing is drones. The only thing is that I'm not really fueling. Well, I could be fueling. I don't know. I could fuel it from the other end with some of the plutonium. I'd rather not do that though. What else could I do? Oh, I could. If I used a drone, I kind of like the idea of just putting another station on this and having that. This is oscillators. This is a delivery right now. Is this a send off or is this a delivery? AL casings. What am I doing here? I got silica, I got aluminum casings, and I got OCAD. Okay, so that's aluminum delivery right now. This is receiving. I could use this station, extend this out one more, it would match this one. Use this to load up singularity cells and then just run a new train out to the nuclear plant. I might do that because I already have most of the rail there. I'm just gotta create a new station. Alright, so I do these a lot, so this should be quick-ish. Ugh, zoop me. What? Oh, I already have one in the middle. Ooh. We need that coffee more than I thought today. Gosh darn it. Okay. I'm clipping a little bit through this conveyor, but we can fix that later if we want. We'll just put in a hole, but we might have to. Oh, I gotta take this rail out. That's probably gonna kill a train. Where were you coming from? Oh, right there. So that piece goes there. Okay, we're reconnected. That train should be happy now. And this one we're going to load. We're set to load. Okay, good. Let's change the name of this station to oscillator and oscillator and cell. Okay, good. My power grid's still looking pretty good. I'm still overproducing power. That's good. I haven't checked that in a little bit ever since I put these new factories in. That will probably change. Well, I'm still making nuclear pasta. That's the big power draw here, so if that's good, we should be good. The manufacturer's not that bad. Let's see. This is probably shut down with a full stack. Yeah, I got a full stack there, so this is gonna end up running continuously once we hook this all up. So, got to think about that too. Okay, so we have our train station here. We need to get to the other end. Let's shoot ourselves over there. Did have my son help me figure out my hypertube cannon, so my cannon's now working for shooting myself over to the other side of the map, which is nice. It's a little bit faster than taking my tube over there. just got to make sure I set myself up so that I don't crash land over there. So we're gonna, let's see, we gotta hover up there first. And I have it much higher than I need it right now. I could lower this down, but it works. And if it works, no real urgency to fix it. The one I do need to fix is the one that I have over at the return launcher at the my fuse module frame factory, because that one doesn't quite make it. All right, here we go. I got my pack on. All right. Oh, there we go. Just a little sip of coffee midair there. We gotta go this way. There's our nuclear plant. That's where we're headed. Let's go ahead and kind of coast over as we get close. Yeah, I think we're gonna be good there. Switch to this. Oh no. Oh, that was close. Could have gone a little bit further with the jetpack before I switched over. That was a little sketch. Alright, so what do we got going on over here? We've got this drone port that is feeding this. This is our rail. We're gonna run a train station up here. We're gonna need our particle accelerator and quantum encoder over here to convert, because this should be probably shut down full of plutonium waste. Yeah. Oh, it's got no fuel right now, but yeah, plutonium waste. Why does it have no fuel? Are we just burning it faster than we're creating it? Yeah, this looks like it's running. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright, so it's a slow burn. It's probably because I'm splitting off that between the drones that are up here. So we're not overproducing that. But we're going to need a particle accelerator to make the fissile. What is it? Fissile. What's it called? Fixonium. So that's our fuel source. That's what we need. The singularity cells. We're also going to need some dark matter, which is we're going to set up a new SAM factory. I found a SAM node. Where did I find that? Oh, it's over at the lake. Straight across there. So where that water is over there, there is a SAM node right there. I could use that. I thought I found a... Oh, yeah, no, that was the cliff one that I found. I might use that. There might be a closer SAM node somewhere. But I know that one. That's a long conveyor run. Huh. Well, if we create a train station, I could move... I could use that for everything. The question is... Yeah, let's... Okay. I think I got this. I got this. So we have a turnaround there that we're using for the oil station. I'm just wondering, can we... Let me think of... I'm just thinking about the logistics. If I have a station here, in this nice open area, that comes off to the side, or even off of this here, to be a little closer to my power, and up. that conveyor system isn't too bad. I could do that. Train comes in, delivers, hits the turnaround, goes back the other way. That's not bad. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. I don't know why. I had to talk that through just to make sure I knew what I was talking about. So, let's see. When I was building these, I was using 2-meter platforms. I've since switched to singles. So let's go out that. Then this is a ramp up. I think I actually want. Do I want to think. For transitions. You know what I could do? We could come off this way. I'm out of power here. Let's. That would be kind of interesting to come straight off of this, but I can't go straight because that that means turning through that. I don't want to turn. I don't want to deal with that. All right, so let's work from the back end. So I want to come in like 4, 5. This will be the station. Come out 5. Come out 5. That's the station. We need at least one space because we're in the second freight station for the singularity cells. So we can use that first space for SAM parts. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. So that'll be our third station. Because each one takes up 2 platforms. What else do we need for this process? Just for this part, we've got that already. We got that. We've got dark matter. What I think we'll do is maybe I'll just transport some raw SAM over here to process into fixite. This we can just do with a converter. We need to add a converter to our list of machines. Converter. Converter. Come on. Buildings. Converter. There it is. Add this to our list. We're a few fusible frames short of that. Probably some of this other stuff too. I don't think I have these on hand. And okay, so we'll have to do some shopping before we can do that. And go back to our Fixio. I cannot remember how this is spelled. With an O. Okay. Somebody remind me, I need to put an O in there. Alright, so that will give us our excited photonic matter. We don't need to ship that. All we need is a converter. It takes no input, pulls it right out of the air. So that's an easy one. We already have electromagnetic rods being fed to the plant. So we need singularity cells or dark matter residue in this fixite. And the fixite comes from the fixite ingots. Fixite ingots come from the excited SAM and iron. So none of that is producing any dark matter. So there's a couple different options. I have one factory set up and already piping it into our SAM factory that we're moving the singularity cells to. We could extend that another, what would that be, 2 more stations to pull in fixed site and dark matter residue, because we can just use our tanker cars for that. Good. Brian, your typing is 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 great. Oh. Oh, just had to take another sip. Um, so maybe I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure if I want to transport it, but I'm gonna make room for it just in case I change my mind, because we already are making it. I know I have an abundance of it over there. I'm not using all of it, so matter of fact, I think I have one being fed into my depot for my Mark 6 conveyors. And since I only need 2 pieces, adding 2 more stations like that is not a big deal. Um, well, so let's go with that for now. It's easy. We can adjust it later when we need, if we need more throughput. Alright, transport. Train station. And I usually center it on these 5 platforms. I come around, line that up there. That's one. Then we're going to change to our freight stations. So that's our freight platform. Oh shoot. If we use that factory for those, I can't use the first station. So I'm going to change this to a spacer empty platform. Then we'll go back to our freight station. This will be our cells. This is going to be our dark matter residue. Nope. So that's going to have to be our fixed site, because we need a liquid. We need the fluid freight platform for the dark matter, because that's piped. Anything that's piped needs that station. Okay. Ooh. Goog to good. Sure, I'll buy that for $1. Okay, and then we'd pipe this up to. We could. Oh, oh, oh. Let's see. No, I need all that processing to be up there. All right, so let's work on getting our processing set up. That'll take some things off our to-do list here. So now we gotta head back up to the top to our power plant. I know I could have set the train, finished setting the train up to start getting things delivered, but we need to go back over there and set up the other 2 stations anyway. So while I'm over here, I'm also set up the buildings that we're gonna need. So I'm going to need room for a particle accelerator. Out of power range over here. Come on. Let's see. I could come straight out this way. That's going to increase my radioactive signature. I kind of like having it to where I'm just outside of it here. So I think I'm going to build back instead. Particle accelerators are so big. Let's see. Production. Particle accelerator. Oh. I can almost fit it in here like this. It's kind of an ugly fit though, isn't it? Do I care? Oh, I need the inputs this way. Surface is uneven. Okay, let's put in some more platforms over here. Let's go out 3 more on these. I went 4. Gosh, if only I had a delete. Okay. I think I'm going to go out 1 more this way too. And just let it go through the bottom of that rock. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I could raise that. Maybe I'll do that for the next step. Let's see where that puts our particle accelerator. Oh yeah. I like that. Kinda. I kinda like it, I kinda don't. It ain't pretty. But I think that'll get the job done there. Okay. And we can start piping our waste into that. Wait, where's my... Oh, my output's coming from the side here. Oh, that works out pretty good actually. Because then I can run this out this way to here to one of my inputs. I'll do the outside input as that will come from the train and that will come from the train. And then we're going to change this to straight mode so I get a nice bend. Got to try and line that up there. Like that. There we go. Now our plutonium waste is heading into here. We'll set this to be our fissonium. Okay, so let's see. Power. Need power. Where? Oh, right there. Right in front of me. Doop. Ba-doop. Powered. Cool. So that's all going to transfer in there. And then we'll empty it out of there. Cool. That's that one. And then from there, I think what I want to do is I want to come up and create a platform out this way. Above that. Is that a... is that a geyser? Power. More power. More power. Gotta have more power. I need more power for my hoverback. Come on. Jeez, oh Pete's. Alright. Let's, I can't go off of that one right now. Let's upgrade that one to a tier 2. Or a Mark 2. And Mark 2. That gives me 7 slots off that post now. Boom, like that. And let's go over here. I'm going to need a power line anyways. Oh, I don't care. I've got the materials. Power slug down there for us. Geiger counter now turns off. That's good. Let's grab this guy. Always use power slugs. I needed 100 of the shards, the power shards, to unlock that last one, so that kind of tapped out. Oh, there's some Mercer syrup here too. Look at that. We're going to be down to 37. Alright. We need power. Always need... See, there's a geyser right there. So we're going to throw... Anytime I see a geyser, I throw a geothermal on top of it because it is free power. I don't have to feed it with anything. It doesn't. Once I build that, it doesn't cost me anything. So I do that, and now we just bumped our power grid. Excellent. All right, we've got to take him out. Make sure I'm reloaded, because these things take most of a clip to take out. These ones with the gold trim. But, oh, shoot, there's two of them. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. How you like me now? Take you. Take you. And take you. Head back to power. Oh, I have a radiated cliff piggy over there. Those things take a lot. Oh, there's another power slug over there. Alright, so that was a good little trip. That got us one Mercer sphere closer to being done. One more. If we happen to come across one more today, I'll have enough for the next node on the tree. Oh, what's a yellow one? Take you. Thank you very much. Alright. So I want to, like I was saying, I want to come up over this rock for my next part of the factory. So let's use, oh, I think I want to use, ooh, foundational frames. That's kind of cool. I might like that better than using a pillar. Oh, I got big frame pillars too. Let's go with the framed foundations. And I want to go vertical with these. I think that's enough to clear that rock. Oh yeah, I like that. That's kind of cool. 2, 3. And grab some platforms. Let's do ones, not twos. And we gotta go change back to Zoop. Try that again. Boom. Now let's see if I did a good job of clearing that rock. I really don't need it this long, but that's how long I'm making it. 5, I think, is what I need for the converter. Well, I don't know. I mean, our quantum encoder is a big thing. Let's see where we're at with that. Production, quantum encoder. Yeah, see, this is a big build, and we want to come in. Do I want to go this way with it? I do. I want it sitting this way. So we need, I actually didn't go out far enough. I need, what, at least 2 more rows. I'm surprised I don't hear my Geiger going off. I see my radiation levels there, and it's going through my ionized filters. And not that I'm complaining, because I hate that sound. It drives me nuts after a while. Okay. So I think that's a good position. I'm going to lock that down so I can go around it. Yeah, I think that looks good there. It gives me some room for plumbing. Looks good that side. We could come over a little bit to center on that one. Like that. That gives me a small gap there. Small cap on the other side. Good there, because I've got that full front plate for that. I can come back one like that. That puts it right on the edge of that plate in the edge of this plate. Yep, I like it. Good position there. Cool. Then this is going to get set to... Oh, this is going to produce some dark matter for us. Interesting. We're still going to need to jump start it with some though. Oh, it's going to produce a lot, actually. Maybe we'll drop a station. Instead of trying to transport this stuff, maybe I just have... I wonder if I could package this stuff. It doesn't look like I can. Recipes and codecs. We're going to check that out. We might be able to package that and not have to use that extra train station. Sorry, what are we looking for? We got all 4 inputs into this. So we're going to take this one over here. I don't want to clip through the rock. Do I? No. So if I put a hole here and this needs to be coming out and push this into there. Oh, you're finally coming in. Hey, well, let me know. I can always open up my game too, and you can join me here too once you're in. So I'd be more than happy to have some company finishing this off. But since you're going to be a newbie, we might have to start a new playthrough. My son kind of bailed on my other one. If you wanted to stream with me on the playthrough, we're still at the fairly beginning of that. We've only cleared phase 1. Or we could start a new one if you don't want to join me, that's fine too. Figure it out on your own first. Just thought I'd offer. The more, the merrier. Alright, this belt comes over like that. We have it on straight mode, so we're clipping the rock a little bit, but not too bad. And sometimes I just let it go through the trade because it just makes things easier. Let me swap over to Discord real quick and pick up that invite. I thought we were already connected. Did I really not have you? Friends, where are my pending requests? No, I've already got no, I've already got you on a direct. I think this is you. It's truncating it because I'm in stream mode, but uh, did you just send me a link to a farm? Oh, I see. That's a server. Gotcha. There we go. Cool, cool. Yeah, awesome. All right. Groovy. Groovy, groovy, groovy. All right. Um, oh, I see. You guys are all chit-chatting over there. Okay. Uh, oh, I see. Yeah, I kind of felt like that was the trend. I was wondering where you guys went off to. Um, I'm still sticking around there. I've got I like the map, so I've been playing the map and streaming it, but not a lot of stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, so let's see, where am I at here with this? Um, I think we're good for now because the rest. Oh, I need power up here. Um, we have power. Do I want to bring power from below? Where's my power post on this? It is right there. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna gross this out and just connect it like that. Power management, something that I'm starting to work on, as far as like, making it look clean. Um, I'm not super concerned about it quite yet. I am with my blueprints though. Okay, we can do electromagnetic rods while we're here. Yeah, I don't hang out there either. I've been hanging out in Dave's server. Yeah. Well, the first playthrough will take you a few hundred hours. So, that's the other thing I forgot to mention is I officially surpassed 1,000 hours in this game, um, since the last time I had my morning coffee. In Minecraft are the only two that I probably put in that much time. I don't think I'm close on Shapes 2. I probably will. I probably will stream a Shapes 2 playthrough as well once I get once I get rolling, or once we finish this morning coffee. I may do that. Hey, Mr. Rocco, how are you? Getting getting all our Danes over here. Because I believe Mr. Rocco's Danish as well. Let's see. Yeah, it's early evening for you guys over there. I'm gonna have to have a separate, like, Netherlands time clock over here so I know what time it is for you guys. Let's see. Um, I was looking for my electromagnetic rods, which should be coming in here. And I have a splitter there. Let's throw a lift here. Let's bring that up a little bit more. Like there. That'll work. How do I want to organize this conveyor? I have a stack here. Let's share this one. So we'll put a stacker there and there. I think I might be able to go right from that to there. It might be a little too much of a distance. Yeah, it is. So, I'm going to bring this out here more. That's what I figured. Oh, you guys use a 24-hour clock in there, huh? Oh, yeah, I apologize. My internet is been dumping me. Um, periodically. I was streaming on some server games, but have since stopped doing that because of my connectivity issues. So I may drop in and out occasionally on that, and I apologize. I'm hoping after the holidays here that that may calm down, but we'll see. I don't know why I've been having latency issues. Um, like the speeds are fine. It's I'm seeing like large ping rates on my connection. So the stream may go up and down. It's not ideal for those watching, unfortunately, but oh, still too long. All right, so let's do one more. Let's put one this way to kind of get a turn to come through this nice empty space here. Trying to keep it from turning into a spaghetti mess and failing horribly. As you can see, I've got conveyors running all over the frickin' place. I don't have a good nuclear build. This is actually the first time I've done this clean nuclear build. Um, and it's called the clean nuclear build because by the time we're done with the next nuclear plant, it will run without any of this waste, the of the nuclear waste. Because the third step, so like over here I've got the uranium burning. We're turning the uranium waste into plutonium here. That plutonium is burning off here, creating the plutonium waste. And these two machines will turn that into the fixonium fuel rod, which burns clean. So that will be fully what's the word I'm looking for? Full recycling, I guess. It's, so we'll come full circle with that. Okay, I want this to come over to this. So I think we'll just extend this out and just keep going. Am I shifting over? Yeah, oh, I don't want to do that. I want it to be straight. Oh, there was a full disconnect and reconnect. Whenever I get my chat message that I'm now streaming, I know it was a full disconnect. Hopefully that resolves itself and we won't get too many of those. I've been typically getting 1 or 2 per stream. So, apologies for that. Not much I can do about it. I've got pretty much everything turned down. But it's really annoying. I'm pretty disappointed. To tell you the truth. I'm gonna bring this plate out. Clips there. No, I don't like that. How do I want to run this? Okay, let's do. I'm gonna do a wall here instead of a hole. We'll just do this. That should line up with both of those. I actually might do just a small package factory. Once we finish this, I'll look and see if I can do that. All right. We get our rods in this side. I'm gonna go right up against the wall here. This. See if I can almost make that. Bring that out here. Move this over. Got to keep an eye on my filters too, otherwise I'll start taking radiation damage. Yeah. Oh, I like the way that lines up with that too. See, this is That's how you manage your conveyor belts so they look nice and straight, not all bent and twisty like that, but okay. So now I am going to do one more because I think this is a little bit of a stretch. Put one on this corner here like that, and that should be close enough. Yeah, it's definitely close enough to get us to where we want to be, which is here. Let's run this conveyor to here, then this one down. And for those of you playing along at home, that my radiation level is off the charts, and that's what that Geiger counter sound is me being irradiated. As long as I have these ionized filters, which you can see in the lower corner, I have 7 left. As long as I have those in stock, I'm good. I won't take any damage. As soon as those things wear out, though, I start cooking from the inside out. Alright. No, I've got a bunch of uranium over there, too. That's not helping anything. Alright, I found a nice quiet spot here. Yeah, I apologize about that stream. There's not much I can do about that. The internet is the internet. Alright, so the other, for the dark matter part, because the pieces we need are singularity cells for this step and some dark matter residue. That we can pipe out of this process because we're going to be producing 50 per minute when we create these fuel rods. So if I can create one of these and get this rolling, it should be self-sufficient, I think. This is going to use how much? Oh, 200 per minute. 200 per minute, and this is creating 50 per minute. So we're not quite balanced. We would need 4 of these. I'm not going to make 4 of those. So we'll definitely be bringing in some dark matter residue. We'll just burn through it a little bit slower by having that piped over. So we can do that piping now while I'm here. I'm gonna need one more plate out here like this. And how do we want to do this? I think I'm gonna bring it down this side. Let's grab a wall. Actually, are we over that rock? Can I get a pipe out of here? Oh yeah, I can easily get a pipe out of here. Okay, we're going to use a floor hole then. So, I'll back off this a little bit. There's a lot of radiation coming off of that. Organization. Nope, logistics. Floor hole. And yeah, we'll just go centered off of that. We don't need a Mark II pipe, so we'll just use this Mark I pipe. I generally, I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple junctions on this. I'll put a junction there, and then a junction here. That way, if I do need to expand this for some reason, I can do that. We do have to do it 2 sections. There we go, like that. And then connect this here. Nope, not like that. There we go. Connect that up. Then this is going to come here. So for that, I'll grab another plate here. And, how do I want that to go? I think what I'm gonna do is grab a pipe stacker like this. Put that here. Let's see, we're centered on that. I'll run that right here next to it. Like that. Why does that look like it's floating? Oh no, it's good. Then we can do this and we'll just change our horizontal vertical. That does not look horizontal vertical. I don't want it clipping through that. How can I get that to go the way I want it to? No, it's going to be like that. Actually, it's not really clipping. It will clip when... I should be able to pull a conveyor out and up over. Yeah, we'll be able to keep that fairly clean. Okay, let's get this in here. I do like that lift angle there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay, so that's all wired up. I think that's all we can do right now without bringing in materials, because the last thing I need... Oh, I need this. I don't have the parts for that yet. We need to go get those. We can get those when we go back to the other side. This is being shipped in. This is being created, and we have that path in. So... Oh yeah, so we have two more inputs to deal with there. This one, yep, we're good there. Okay, and we're definitely going to be creating some more filters for ourselves before we return. I think what I want to do from here, I could set up another cannon to shoot myself back over there. I might just do that right here. Show you how these hypertube cannons work. I think I might need one more plate there. So I'm just going to shoot myself right down through the canyon here. And I have a blueprint for the sections right here, this cannon segment. And I want to make sure I'm going the right direction. I can never remember which way that is. I think it's this way. Right, yes, it's this way. Pretty sure. Yes. Now I'm going to start myself off there with a little bit of room. Center that on the plate, and then I'm just going to pop them in, and I'm going to do 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think the 7th one is actually going to be the one I'm going to launch off of. I don't think I need to have that 8, and then it doesn't really matter. I'll do one just to make sure I hit terminal velocity. So then I'm going to grab the end piece, which is going to be our angle of the cannon. So transport, I want a hypertube support. La, 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 la. And one click away is what I do here. Then I'm going to put an entrance on it. And then I'm going to switch to the hypertube. I'm going to pull this out get it straightened out, and then I'm going to put it at a 45, and I got to remember, I think the end of the plate will give me enough. If I rock this at a 45 and I change to noodle, just pull it up until that tube is straight. I think I can do it that way. That'll work. Let's do it there. And that'll launch me into the sky. So 45-degree angle on that end will shoot me out the other side. So now I just need to power this up. There's a pole there. Oh, and I've got all the connections I need right there. I think. A little bit annoying having this. Oh, just enough. And we're fully powered. Alright, so now before I step into this thing, I need to switch my jetpacks, because I need to be able to control myself mid-flight out of the range of power. So I have that jetpack. Alright, and I'm going to take a sip of coffee before I step into this thing. Oh, delicious. And off we go. Once we kind of hit the top of our arc and we start coming down, we just hit our jetpack and just kind of float across. And then once we get back to our power grid, I can swap these out and then just hit the brakes. And I'm back to hover mode over here. So the timing is important. If, as you can see, if I ran into something, that would hurt. You could use the parachute there too, or just the jetpack and kind of face the other way and hit it to slow yourself down. Lots of different options there, but that works good. That's a quick way to get back. Let's see. Let's grab the parts we need for our converter. That is going to be... We'll go get our SAM fluctuator stuff first. That's a quick tube right over there. Boom. And here I have a small SAM factory set up for making those fluctuators. So down in this cave there's a SAM node and I'm pumping all that out here. There's also a quartz node under there, so I'm doing some quartz manufacturing as well. And let's see, we need 100, which is just a stack, so just grab another stack there. And that's all we needed over here. If I would have gotten my fused modular frames, we could have just flown right over there, but that's okay. We'll take the tube back. Ooh, have some coffee while we travel. Oh, cup's getting empty. Okay, let's go grab some fused modular frames from over here. Because I know I'm pulling them into one of these end factories over here. I don't... Is it this one? Yep. So we'll grab a stack of those. That satisfies everything we need to make another converter. Oh, let's check on how much nuclear pasta we have. Sorry, this is really loud over here. Oh, look at that. 100, 200 more. Good. Good, good, good. That puts us at 2/5 of the way there. That's why I like having that one set up. Now, once we have this additional nuclear power set up, we'll start making the factories for these last 3 parts, and we will be on our way to the end game. The end of the game. We're already in end game, kinda. Late game, not end game. End game is after you complete phase 5. Which I've only done in a creative mode, where I didn't have power concerns or, let's see, what settings did I use? I used no power usage and no build costs. As far as like if you're making buildings, they didn't cost anything to make. So I was able to, and I did actually do a full playthrough that way, just to see, what it was like in some of the mechanics for getting through the new phase 5 when they released the 1.0. So that I kind of had an idea of what I was doing with the SAM materials. Because before the 1.0 release, the SAM was just we're working on it. And it actually said it was a work in progress. Okay, so we need 2 more stations here. I think we can fit those in. I really want to get this nuclear set up today. That block's gonna have to come out. We'll just move it down. It's a good idea to always block signal off your stations, like I have here. So I have a blocked signal here and at the end. And then on the bypass, I also have a blocked signal at the beginning and end. This just helps manage your things. I generally will keep a block signal off of each turn off of a switch. So here, this section here, between here and here, since I have it blocked off, if there's a train on this section, another train won't enter this. It'll stop here and wait. Same for the stations. If there's a train in the station, this will turn red and won't allow another train to enter. So it's just a way of managing your train collisions, and also keeping your trains flowing and between stations. Because the last thing you want to do is to have a train sitting there waiting, or colliding with another train. So it's both. Not only do you want to make sure you're not colliding, you also want to make sure that they're moving whenever possible. So proper signaling, actually, and there's some really good videos out there on signaling and how to set up your train signals, especially for things like roundabouts. Roundabouts use special signaling to keep the flow rolling through your roundabouts. So I'm going to move that out of the way for now, because I need to take this section out and this section out. And I'm going to do this one, and then I need a fluid one for that one. Then we can hook up. I think this section's going to be too short. Yep. Okay, so I need to take this section out. We'll add one more platform. We'll grab a rail, bring it back out, straight, and then we'll attach it to this one, like that. Then we need to put our signal back in. So when you go to signal, you'll see that it color codes your sections. So you can see the sections where you've got it blocked off. And so like here, this section is all one, and it goes all the way to the station. So if I have a train in the station in the section, the train will stop out on the main line. And I don't want that. I want them to stop on this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and put one here. And that'll keep, and that created that new section just in the station. You see it's kind of that bluish purple. And then this lime green section now just goes from that turn out to the station. So that's been properly blocked out. Okay, so let's see. We'll sip of coffee here. Give me a second here. I want to do a little bit of management thing here because I'm not seeing my connection status. Why is that not adjusting down? Huh. That's interesting. What if I do that? There we go. Oh yeah, I'm dropping frames. I'm dropping about 25, almost 30% of my frames. So I apologize for that. Wow, yeah. Huh. Sorry, I'm just reading my statistics of my stream, and got just one thing that's not looking very good. Let's see. So the two things that, or three things, so 1, 2, 3, we're looking at singularity cells, fixite, or fixite trigons, and dark matter residue. I don't think I'm going to go in that order though, because I think the fixite's going to want to come in here, or the trigons are going to want to come in here, because I am porting those in here from over there. They're coming in this way, and then up here. Well, actually, yeah, they want to come in right here. So, I'll put a splitter down there, split this off, line that up with this station. Because then I know when I bring my lift up like this, as long as I get the height right, like that, get a nice straight connection straight into the train station. Boom. And now it is rolling into that. Perfect. I'll bring my singularity cells from this way. See, and the reason why I swapped those stations is because I'm making singularity cells here in that station's on this side, and I knew the trigons were coming in from the other side. So I do not have the outputs on a conveyor yet. So let's see if that's input for that. Let's see. I'm gonna put a merger in here for future expansion. That's a little closer than I wanted. I am gonna go right down the line. Of course I missed. Of course I missed. Let's try that again. Oops. Oopsie. There we go. Okay, that's lined up there. That's the way I want it. And that's the way I like it. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Alright. Wrong button. This button. Logistics. Wall hole. There. Great. There. Good. Okay, now we're through out to here. Gosh, those particle accelerators are so loud. Let's see. How do I want to route this? I'm gonna probably end up clipping through that pipe again to get to where I want to be. Because I want to come down to this level here and over. And I don't have a great way of doing that without creating another platform. So we're going to clip through that pipe. And we're going to come out this way. I think that's the right height. Then I'm going to bring this platform out here like that. And yep, because I'm going to put a pipe in here, so I'm going to go ahead and put my junction in here so that I know where that pipe's coming into. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. That pipe is going to come through the floor. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I don't believe I need to, with the dark matter residue, I believe that acts like a gas, so I shouldn't have to use a pump for it. So we'll go ahead and load up that station there like that, and then I can conveyor this over from here. So we'll use a conveyor pole here, like this. Height isn't going to be exactly right, but actually, is that on an incline? It is. Actually, let's just go to the here. Yeah, let's just do that. Because then that's the right height. Yeah, nice and straight there. Cool. Awesome. And then we can just go in here. We're still in straight mode. Yeah. Bueno. Okay, let's find our dark matter residue pipeline. I think it might be this one. Dark matter residue 0. I have none in there. Where am I using that all up at? This is taking it in. I have none. None. This looks like dark matter residue here. That's full. Where is that going to? I like that one. Oh, I have this valve shut off. We're going to open this valve up. Come on. Boom. There we go. Now we'll have dark matter residue coming into our system. That is going to kick some things up. That is going to put some in this pipe, I hope, eventually. Or do I have a check valve on that? I might have a check valve on that. So we may have to come off of that a different direction. Oops, not this one, this one. Yep, I do have a valve on it. So this is a one-way. So I think what we want to do, I'm going to turn that valve back off, and I am going to tap into that line to my tank instead. So I want to come in there. So I'm going to bring that pipe out this way. Like that. One more. Bring that pipe down. Vertical. Not noodle. Horizontal, vertical. Get it nice and straight. Try anyways. Plumbing's hard to get to go. Actually, it's not if I do it right. I'm one click off a center on that plate, so one click off a center over here. If I just put in a tape support where I want it to go, which would be here. I think that's the right line. It is not. It's actually this one. Right. Yep. That's the right line. Ugh. Okay. Let's try that. Connect that up. That's good enough for government work. Okay. Then we'll grab one of these junctions, throw that in here, like that, and we want that one click off a center, like that. Connect it up, like that. Looks pretty good. I'll buy that for $1. And I was right about this acting like a gas, so we should be filling this up. And we are. Beauty. Alright. Now that that's filling up, we have that with parts in it, we have this with parts in it, and we have this with parts in it. Great. Now we just gotta get a train rolling. Oh, we're gonna need a new train for this. Transport. Train. Turn him around. He needs to be going that way. And then we switch to cars. One there. Two there. 3. 4. And 5. Now we gotta paint this train. Let's see, what do we want to paint this train? What kinda looks like I want something that looks a little bit nuclear. Or Sam, I could do this purple and green. I could edit a swatch. Ugh, this is an ugly swatch. Let's edit this one. And let's go with a maybe like a neon greenish color, or that greenish yellow maybe. Saturate that. Maybe bring it right. Kinda. Maybe a little more green, like that. And a red for like death. Death Red. Oh yeah. Oh, that's yeah, I like that. We'll do that as our yeah, and then shiny. Sure, let's do that. Okay, so that, and that, and that, and that. And that, and that. Cool. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so now we need to edit this. Open train menu. Let's call him, we'll call him Nuke Train. Let's see. Yeah, Nuke Delivery. And did we not create that? We don't have that other station online yet. So we're not going to be able to do the timetable yet. But we have the train set. I don't want to park him on the rail yet, so we're going to just head back over to the other side. So, but he's ready to load up this. We're probably going to end up with a train blockage, but that's fine. We're not relying on power from our train system delivering things. So all of our power stuff, except for this last step on that, is whatchamacallit. It's I lost my words. Coffee. All right. Uh, all of our power plants are directly connected to resources except for the last nuclear plant that we're setting up for the um, fixonium fuel rods. That one is going to rely on this one train. So as long as our power grid isn't completely reliant on that power plant, which it shouldn't be, it doesn't produce that much power, we should be okay. And the reason that's important is because trains run on electric power. So if you could get into a circular dependency where your plants would shut down because the trains aren't running fast enough or getting log jammed, and then you run out of power and then you can't get them unstuck. So you could run into a pretty bad kind of circular relationship where you can't get your trains to run because they have no power, and you can't get any power because the trains don't run. It's all very confusing. So don't make your power plants reliant on trains running. Okay, here we go. This time I'm just going to go jetpack the whole way and see what happens. Actually, yeah. Whoa, there we go. It wasn't too hard to slow myself down with the jetpack. That was pretty easy. And I can switch over like that. Cool. Except I needed to be down there. I'll let myself drop out. So if you are hovering and you lose power at height, you could still manage to slow your descent. However, if you're wearing a hover pack and fall off of a cliff, when you don't have power, you can't do that. So something to keep in mind. Because if you end up jumping off a cliff with a hover pack thinking you're going to be able to slow your descent, you're in for a world of hurt. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Here, if we... Oh my gosh, I need to get this hooked up to the rail so that I can fly around this thing. So we need rail. Let's see. Where do we want to break off? We can break off there. We can break off. Let's break off here. Come in. No, I don't like that. Let's go back a little further. Maybe there. No, we're still swinging out. I don't... Oh, that track is too long. Alright, that's not going to work. Alright. So we're going to have to curve out and then back in a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. And just hope we don't have to extend the station. We shouldn't have to. I mean, this is pretty much an end station. For this, we're not planning on expanding this out except for in volume, but the materials will be the same. Way on this. Crap. I'm a little too close to that. It's a little too sharp. Which means now I've got to come up to the top of the ramp. Otherwise, whenever you have like an incline, if you try and merge in on the incline, actually, no, we should be okay to do that. Let's try that. If I come in here, connect in here, that. Okay, I did, yeah, see, okay, this is what I was talking about. See how the rails aren't at the same level? It's not going to pick up a second train when you block it out, and you'll end up with a collision there. Not to mention it looks like crap. But so what we're going to do is I'm just going to run this down a little bit further. And usually what I do is I do like a 4-block switch off the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. I could break into here like this, run it out to straight like that. And that's my nice little turnout. Then all I have to do is connect these together. And I'm too short there. So we'll come out. Let's come out 4. Grab a rail. There we go. Just like that. Nice. And it even looks like it's kind of matchy-matchy to what I have next to it. So that's a little bonus. So then here I'm going to run a block signal there and back at the beginning. Since I don't have a long entry point into this, I'm not going to set up a block after the switch. There's no sense. The train's not going to fit in that space anyways. So we'll just block off the station like that. So that way the trains will still run on the main line if I have a train in the station. I don't think I need to put a block here. I might. I think I am going to put a block here though. Okay, that's going that way. Oh wait, did I put the station in backwards, didn't I? I did. I'm an idiot. I gotta tear the station out and turn it around. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. Alright. It's not a huge deal. I just gotta take these blocks out and then put the station in the other way. I may have to reconnect some things, but train station goes on this end because we're traveling in the other direction. Okay, then we had freight. No, we had blank. The blank platform, because that would be oscillators. We don't need oscillators. Then we've got freight going out that side. Another freight, and then we've got our fluid station here. That should all be connected okay. But it looks connected anyway. Then our block signal comes in this way, like that. I could actually put one back here, because I could fit a train in this segment, but I don't think I need to. What I am going to do, though, is I am going to put one out on the main line here as well, and on this side of this one. Because I didn't put in a whole lot of block signals on this main line, and I am getting, and since I'm adding another train, I do want this to flow a little bit better. So, come on, go to the other side. Why are you not attaching to the other side? There it goes. Like that. That way, these trains can run a little bit smoother by having these sections. Okay, so this is going to be, just going to call this one Nuke. And then if we go to timetable now, we should be able to see Nuke delivery. Wait, what was that other one? Oh, nitrogen delivery. Nuke delivery. We're going to edit this timetable, and we're going to go from this one, our oscillator and cell SAM factory, and to our Nuke station, like that. And from here, we want to add in the components. So we want 3 things to come in to load there. We're going to load our singularity cells. We're going to load in our trigons. And we're going to load up our dark matter residue. And then we're going to save that. And then here to unload only, and I just put in the same things. Singularity cell, our trigons, and our dark matter residue. Like that. Save those changes, and you can turn on self-driving. Says it's operational, and it is going to that station now, and heading out to Nuke now. So it should come in here and start loading up our station. And if we look, let's see, that's part 2 delivery. It should be coming through from up here, I think. Oh, it's over here, actually. So this nitrogen delivery, part 2 oil, turbo parts. Where is our Nuke delivery train? Oh, I'm looking on the wrong end of the map. My bad. We're over here. Nuke delivery is now on the rails, going to the turnaround at the around our oil parts, which is plastic and rubber over there, and it's starting to head back now. So it should head down the hill and straight through along the canyon. And you can see we've got a few other trains running along this line. So this is our main line that we've got running down the center of the canyon, all the way out to Aluminum Station, and up here. This I have a big turnaround here at Motors that actually hits my heavy modular frame, and I have a couple stations out there for the fused modular frames as well. So nuke delivery is now out over the water and heading down the canyon now. So it should be here in just a few moments. It looks like it's got a clear path all the way through. It shouldn't have to stop, which is good. That means we've got our blocking set up well. Yeah, it's coming quick. Coming quick, because we're here, and it should be coming to station soon. So let's change and watch down the line. Oh, it's going to have to go and loop around first, and then hit our station. So we're going to see it come by. There it is, right out there. We see it highlighted in red. We're going to hop a ride on that bad boy and watch him come into station. Yes, we take a sip of coffee. Here he comes. Looks like he's got 3 cars full there, which is good. Uh-oh. Why do we have... We're off. Why do we have 5 cars? What the heck? Shoot. We screwed something up. We're not... This is... For some reason we've got 5 cars on this train and we only have 4 stations. So we're not... This isn't going to unload right. Why the heck? How did we mess that up? What did I screw up? I mean, obviously I got too many cars in there, but one of those is going to unload. No, none of them unloaded. Okay, I'm okay with that. Oh, I've got those set to load right now. That's our saving grace. Because I didn't switch those stations to unload, and they default to load, so we're good there. We do need to figure out what the heck's going on with this though. So we're gonna ride this back to the other side. And when we get close, I'm gonna take it out of self-drive mode until we figure this out. This may take us a minute to figure out because this is not good. See, this is one of those, see my train stopped. Don't see why. So there's something down the line. But, so, and that's what we want to avoid. We want to avoid those stops because it takes a while to get that back up to speed and it slows down our train line. So if I was to set up another block in here, somewhere, maybe like where that power pole is, set up another block, that would have allowed me to run up that few seconds that I had to stop and continue to run instead of coming to a full stop. And you see these turning green. So lots of signals up and through here because we have lots of stations. Oh, we're going to pick up a space cow tick. Drop him off at the corner. Nope, he's going to come along. There he goes. That's always fun to see one of those things go. So this is a roundabout that was set up. You see the signaling here. These are different signals. These are using path signals instead of block signals. I'm not going to go into explaining the difference between the two here on this stream. That's something that we need. I wonder if that's highlighted red because of the screw up. I was wondering why my trains were highlighted red, and I bet you that's why. We do have... Oh, I have an empty platform there. Oh, poop. Alright. So, we are going to need to fix the other station. I did see that the oscillator was actually station 2, not station 1. So I do have this empty platform at the start that I didn't account for. So we gotta add another station to the nuke side. So we'll let this go ahead and load up. And we'll be good there. Actually, while that's loading up, I think we're gonna head see if we can't beat it over there. And maybe get it set up. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. Head over there. See if we can't launch ourselves ahead of the train. Because that train's going to take a little bit to loop around and head back over. So we might be able to beat it over there and fix the stations before it gets there. Actually, once we break the line, that train's probably going to die on the rail and block anything from going. So if we can get over there fast enough. This is the slow part, is getting up to our launcher. Alright. Almost there. Okay. Swap over to our jetpack. Hit it. And we're gonna let this go. Nice. Great. Tab this here, this here. I'm gonna delete this one here and that one down there. That should break the line. He should be able to get here now. Yep. We see the little signal there that, hey, I can't get to where I'm trying to go. So we need another empty platform here. We need another one of these here. And then here, we're going to take these two, extend these out. Another station. Grab this, switch it to a fluid, put it in there. Run this here, like so. That should make him happy. It does. And now we are going to set this to unload, this to unload, and this to unload. And that should get us all our parts. Whew, okay. Nope, that's our 2-hour mark. We need to finish up this nuke facility and call it a day. And coffee cup's empty. Alright. Here comes our train. We'll go ahead and hop the ride around. It's still red. I don't know why it's red, but oh, he's gonna stop for us. Great. Didn't come to a complete stop that time. I thought I put a block in up here. I did not. I put it on the other side, but I didn't put it on this side. So that's another thing we could do, is put in a block signal there. That will allow us to get into this loop around. This one's kind of ugly, but it works. I had to do some interesting rail work there to get that intersection to work right. I should just tear it out and replace it with a roundabout. Alright, we're gonna hop out and watch it unload. That should unload all of its contents now. Looks good. 1, 2, 3. All 3 are dropping, that's good. And brings it over, drops it in. Should drop them completely. Does. And we are off to the races. We can get a little honk. He's going to take off. And we are going to route these up to where they need to go. Okay, so that's my trigons. That's my singularity cells. And that's my dark matter. Okay. Let's... I think we're going to go ahead and... I'm just going to run a platform out to the cliff edge. And I think I'm going to just do 2. 1 for pipe and 1 for conveyor. And I don't like this one already. So we're going to move this one over here. And I want it to go all the way out to the cliff. Right there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I probably am going to need to run a power line with this as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Run this right down the middle. Like that. That will be our support line there, and then I'm going to run a stackable, not hypertube, logistics stackable pipe here. Oh, actually I could do this all in one when I think about it. If I run pipe on the bottom, how many sections do I want to go? Let's go 5 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Then for the conveyor, we'll switch to conveyor on top. And we need 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Did I get 2 on there? I did, okay. Then we will run our exit pipe to here. We will run our singularity cells there, and run our trigons there. Hopefully that will be sufficient. Run that there. Run that there. Then our conveyor. we are going to have a lot of parts on this conveyor. Because this is a long lift up. I don't want to lift this far out, so we're going to bring our final one to our lift spot. Him, I'm going to want, yeah, we'll go here, I think. Actually, I think here might be better. These guys, bring up 2 more of those. Bring in our pipe. Bring in our conveyor. And we're ready for our first lift. So I'm going to start from the top because that's going to be the outermost. And let's see how high we can get here. Can we get to the top here? Yeah, we should be good there. And what we're going to do is we're going to line up with this guy here. And we're going to do our stackable pipeline here. We don't have to be perfectly straight here. If I wanted to be perfectly straight, I could actually... Nope, I'm not world grid there. Because of the rail turns. See, because world grid is there. I could world grid it from here though, if I wanted to. But it's not gonna look nice on the... So I'm just going to... Do we want to plate it? Or do we just want to go natural? Let's just go natural. So we're going to go pipe there. And then we're going to go conveyors on top of it. Like that. And this one's our top one. So we're going to go from here up to here. So we got a little bit of an incline. Not too bad. But that's as much as we can lift on one. So that'll work out. Then what we want to do is we're going to grab another conveyor. And this time, this is where it gets tricky. Because I want to come out, you'd be like that. It's not going to let me stack it inside. It'll let me stack it on the outside. Sometimes. Or it did before. Yeah, like that. It's like I can do that, but I can't. Okay. Let's see how we can do this then. I need to come out a little bit. So, if I come out like this, and bring it up to there, and then I put my conveyor on. It doesn't stack up exactly the way I want it, but it does stack, so that's okay. That'll work. That'll look okay. It'll finagle it just a little bit. Okay, and then so that one's set. Now for the pipe, we can take this out. Don't need that. The pipe is would be. This is going to be too long for the pipe, isn't it? Yep, pipe is too long. So we're going to have to figure out a way of getting this pipe up here. There's a little bit of a clipping spot right there. Do that. See if we can go the rest of the way. Yep, that'll work. We're going to let our pipe clip through this through the stone. Not ideal, but it's not horrible. So maybe on this cliff we will come back a little bit more so that we can, now we can line that up. And let's start from there. I got something after me. Him? You? You coming for me? Let's try here. I think. And then we'll go up a couple more. Put in our pipeline. Put in our conveyors. Let's see if we can't do our pipe first this time. See if that improves anything. Oh, that's not gonna... Well, maybe it will. Let's see. Oh, we gotta bring our power up. Okay. Power. What do we got up here? We'll grab him while we're here. And connect him up and bring him out. Oh, we need our pipe. There's our line there. We need our stackable pipe mount. We can bring him out to the edge. Might keep us here, right about there. See what we can do with that. That's cool. And we're offline a little bit. That's too much. I don't like that. Try that again. I'll come up, in line. Let's go here. Let's see if I got it that time. No, we're still offline. Come on. Try that. That looks straighter. We'll see how our conveyors go. I might be too close. We might have to do this again. Oh, there he is. Alright, you need to die. Easy peasy. I don't know where he came from, but we took care of him. Let's see. That one is direct, and that's already clipping. We are too close. So we'll put another one of these. We're good with that line. So I'm just going to move him back. Now who's after me? You? Took care of you too. Alright, I think we were moving faster doing it the other way. So we'll start with this top one instead. So let's grab these. Put a couple of those up. Get this conveyor moving. Because really want to finish this nuke plant. Okay, this one we can pull in line. That. Close. Close enough. Okay. Grab another one. Let's see, we had to bring that conveyor out a little bit first. So we're going to bring that out. And up. Put in our lift. Probably make it a little shorter than that too. That should be good. There. Like what? Oh, change my mode. Well, then we take out this bottom piece and run our pipe. This is why a lot of people just do spaghetti type stuff, because getting it to look nice and come up looking good is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Alright, so then we go to here, line that up please, we'll go to here, stack that twice, our pipe, our conveyor, and run our lift. Power, power, power. Bring our power up. Run our lift. Make sure we're off the top one. Yep. And let's see. Go here. Let's try there. This one we should be able to go right to the cliff edge with our stackables. We're just gonna eyeball it. Don't matter. That looks good there. Go with our conveyors. Like that. Bring him into here. Like that. Bring him out just as tight as we can. Send him up. We got a little too close that time. We're clipping on him. So we need to go a little bit further out than we did. A lot of this is trial and error, trying to figure out your spacing. Bring this conveyor out. Especially when it comes to like lifts and lining your lifts up. If you want like to be square and all that stuff. Right now we're just trying to get connected and somewhat organized. Fine. Go there. Just so I know that I'm locked in. And then go ahead and do a short segment there. Another one. Oh, I missed you. Thank you, sweetheart. Pipe. Pipe. Conveyor, conveyor, conveyor. Conveyor? I don't even know her. Let's see. And then we gotta bring our power up. Almost there. I think this is our... Is this our last lift? I think so. I think we can manage to lift it the rest of the way. Yeah, that would be good. Let's lift it the rest of the way. Oh, maybe not. That's full extension. Dang it. Okay. So close, yet so far away. This one... I think I'm gonna come out this way a little bit more on this. So we're gonna go pipe stack here. Trying to line it up with the end of that platform there. We'll go pipe stack there. Now who's after me? Oh man, he's a gnarly. We're gonna switch to explosives for him. Haha. I fell out the sky. Bam. Missed. Too far away. Ah, you suck. Gosh dang it. I hate these guys. You bird. You gotta go side to side on them. Eat it. Keep missing. Probably because I'm moving. I mean, I'm hitting him. He's just taking a lot. These things are really tough. It's a bad throw. We're going to do a different one. I might have to switch. Oh! Come back over here. Run right across those. Ooh. Miss me. Ah, you suck. Glad I got a lot of these things. Gotcha. Yeah, how do you like me now? Ugh. Hope I don't have to do that one again. I'm running out of filters here. I'm gonna have to make some more filters. Hopefully we can finish this plant before I have to do that. Okay, conveyor to the top. Should be able to make that lift. Yep. Come down, get our second one. Alright, so this was too close. Let's try it there. Perfect. Okay, excellent. Okay. And then bring him over. Too steep. Come on, man. You are killing me. I'm gonna have to clip him to get that to out. Guess we can go a little higher. Yep. We're just gonna have to clip it into the bottom there. That should be doable. Yep. Okay. Just barely. Just made it. Okay. Now for the pipe. We might be screwed with the pipe. I think we might have to two-step this one. Oh yeah. Definitely two-stepping it. Got it though. Clipping it through the rock, but that's what we gotta do. Okay, so now this... I think we're gonna go straight lift off of this. Let's do that. Go straight. We gotta bring our power up. To there. Yep, like that. Now... Yes, now I'm at final height. Perfect. We can route, we should be able to route into that conveyor pole now. Let's see if I can make that gap. Not quite, just short. Oh, wait, yes we can. Excellent. Except, went to the wrong spot. Okay, so I need to... We are going to... What are we going to do here? I need that dark matter to pipe into this, don't I? Because this is where I need the dark matter residue. So I'm going to pull this out. Because that's not now the pipe that I want. I am going to actually grab this, and I'm going to put this to the side here instead. And then and that should be all I need for this. That will get those rocking. The other two pieces I need here, right? No. I just need the trigons here. I need that other piece here. Yes. There. Okay, let's figure out how we're gonna get in there. Let's do this. Let's turn this into... Oh, I didn't need to take that piece out. But... Yeah. Okay. So, I need a stackable to match what I was doing down below. And then I'm going to need this to be here like that. Run a little piece here. And that will be our load in. Then what I'm going to do is bring another one of these around the corner. Like this. And then I can do this to this, like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't hate it. It's not quite spaghettied. It's close though. It's pretty close to spaghetti. Then what I'm going to do is to keep this straight, I'm going to go, so I want that leg to be on the center, is I'm going to do this. And I'm going to grab the conveyor lift, put that on top of that one. I think I'm going to go ahead and split that like that. And that way those singularities can go there. And I need another one of these on top of this for this one. And we'll run one of these here, like that. Then run this. What? Ah, you turd. So, gotta run it from the machine first to get the direction, or I'd have to reverse it. You can do it either way. Either way, I had to remake it, so I just make it easier. Boom, like that. Okay, that is connected. We now have that piece being fed into the machine. Alright, next one. This is our plumbing for this. So tight, out one. That should be perfect there. Oh yeah. Just clipped it slightly. Bring this underneath. Then we're going to run this out and over to this one. Like so. Let's go ahead and finish him off. Like that. Beauty. Now just the pipe, and the pipe we're gonna have yeah, I think we're gonna have to do something special with the pipe here, so let's bring him up to this level first. I think, oh good, not enough. So through the rock there, and then that should be good for us to go the rest of the way. And that should kick up our production system for that. And I just realized I needed another reactor. So we'll see. That should be loading this up now. And kick this out of idle as soon as we hit 20. Boom, there we go. We got that being spun up. That's going into there. This should have... Oh, we need to put our converter down. Okay. And we're just going to run the pipe around the outside like that. So let's put our converter in. We want that output to be there. Go ahead and line him up there. Do we have more power available on here? One left, perfect. Let's actually pull him a new pole here. This, that, this, him up out here like that. And bring him over square like that. Should be everything we need for this guy. We are quickly running out of filters. That should be our first fuel rod. Yes, sir. Okay, that is running. Now, the final step. And this is where things get interesting. I need another one of these to run this, and I want it near the water because I'm going to need to supply it with water. So, if I really don't want to have to lift the water, so let's see. Oops. Let's go out. Let's go out from here. Start at 5. 5. I believe I need a 5-5 for the anchor lamp. That's 4 and 5. Let's see if you fit. You do kind of fit. Ugh. Let's see. Knock you down there. Oh yeah. We don't need anything on the output side. And our inputs are pretty close to there. Back him up that way. Yeah. I think that works. Okay, put him in. All we need is fuel and water. So let's put in another one of these. Not deep enough. Of course you're not deep enough. Do I have room on this pond? No. Of course not. How am I doing on water here? Oh, not enough. I gotta pull in water from over here. At least I know I have power running out there now. That's another long pipeline. This one we're probably gonna need to put a pump on. Okay. I'm actually gonna put, yeah, I'll just keep one. Huh? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the pipeline first and see where I'm going to need to throw in a pump, because this is going to be gross. Do not like running water lines. Why am I That's interesting. Actually came downhill. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a few pumps in here. Oh my gosh. Alright, you're coming in here. And then going to here. No, I don't like that. Oh, that's interesting. Let's do that. I kind of like that. And then this needs to come in. We can drop a hole through this, like this, to get that down. And oh, we're down to 2 filters. Gotta hurry. Put this into straight mode. Hook that up. 4. That. Come out here out of the rocks. 3. Let's see if we can just straight hook him in. Oh, let's do default. Yeah, good enough. It's ugly, but it works. We gotta hurry. We can fix it up later when we have more filters. Okay, that should be that. We need to hook him to power. For Pete's sakes, I keep losing power over here. There's a connection. Okay, now we got power there. Now we just need to get the water going. Because we got no water coming in. And we got 13 fuel rods already. Alright. So, for this, we need to find out where we're not full. We are not full there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a pump in here. That'll give us a bit of lift. And that is flowing now and filling up. Good. Good, good, good. To pull some power along this line. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need another pump there. I don't see any water in this pipe. And I don't know if that is because of the lift or because we just haven't gotten the volume yet. We haven't gotten the volume yet. Okay. So that is filling up. That's good. Alright, so let's bring this power over here. Actually, I'll run that. We're gonna need another pump to get up this bend, and that should be all we need. Okay. Just like that, we should be getting water in here very shortly. There it goes. Water's coming in, and we are now burning fuel. And we are burning these rods off, 1 per minute. And we see our power bump. We are now over 20,000 megawatts. Yay. And we still have some filters left. Good, 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 good. Because I don't like this conveyor belt, so we're gonna wipe this one out. we are going to fix him to something a little prettier. That. Then we can come in. Oh, that's much better. Much more better. Much cleaner. Good, 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 good. Alright, we gotta get out of here before we run out of filters. And that's it. We have finished our nuclear system. It is running clean. The only thing we could do now is to optimize it is it's 4 uranium facilities to 2 plutonium to 1 of these. But we have it set up and it's producing a lot of power. If we run out of power in our other factories, when we start doing the our final 3 factories, we can always add those in and get more power. Is that a crash site? Or is that just a rock? It's just a rock. So yeah, so that's it for today. Oh, thank you, Brian, for banning that person. um, so yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm out of coffee. Uh, we've been on for a couple hours today getting this nuclear facility done. Let's go ahead and update our to-do list now that that's all set. I got to put something on there in order for that to work. Let's see. Next time we are going to need, let's see what we're going to need for our first, the AI expansion. AI expansions are going to be done in the AI expansion server, a quantum encoder. So we're going to need a quantum encoder for this one. Yeah, this looks like just a ton of fun. We're going to be pulling some SAM processing out of our steel facility where we grabbed the fluctuators earlier to do that, and we're going to need a quantum encoder. So if we go quantum encoder, we're going to need one of these. That's the only machine we're going to need to add. So we'll just add this to our to-do list, and let's add, and we're going to need some turbo motors, which we have over there. And did we end up setting up a launch back to the other side from here? Or was it? Oh, it's up there by the elevator. Let's go ahead and launch back over there, and we'll finish up the stream from there. Do one more launch tube reset. Because we are done with the nuclear area for the foreseeable future. Maybe even endgame. We might have enough power to reach endgame now. You know what I'm going to do? Keep my hover pack on to see what happens. See if I can guide myself well enough. Oh, do I have the distance? I've got power lines along here, so I should be able to power myself. Yeah, I'm good. Didn't quite get... Oh, over there was to go. That's what I needed. Didn't quite get the distance I wanted. So having that jetpack to bounce along would have been good. But we did pretty good. We're kind of back to where we normally start. Alright, so now if we get back, let's go back to the office. Let's do that. We'll finish up from the office. Yeah, I'm out of coffee. It is a shame, but we'll switch our caffeine source over to something else. All right, so back at the office here. Let's see. We're going to plan this out a little bit. Let's see, and We're gonna edit our list here. We did our Singularity Cell Factory. Boom, done. And we did our Fixonium nuclear plant. Done. All that is left to finish the game are these 3 factories. And that is going to be a chore. Uh, we will start with the AI expansion server factory next time, um, and get that rolling. This ballistic warp drive one is our most involved build in the game, so we're saving the best for last there. So we'll get these other 2 components rolling. We need 1,000. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we're going to swap the order on these. I'm going to pull this one in front because we need 1,000 of these. So let's do this one next. So I'm going to pull that one. Final factories. Good to see you out here, Honor. So, so yeah, it's going to get a little crazy here at the end as we finish off these last factories. So, but yeah, but the way these are set up, we should, just be able to add on to the ends of our factories here. So I have the nuclear pasta is pretty much done. So this factory segment is pretty much wrapped up. I think no, because the turbo motors that we're doing there, we're going to end up using for those ballistic engines, which is the final piece. So we'll build off of the end of that for that. Over on this side, we have this will end up being our biosculptor factory out here. So this is going to get extended out here for the biochemical sculptor, and then over across the way here, in that large factory, that is where we'll end up doing the AI server. So we have the space in the build-up systems for these last 3 pieces. It's now just a matter of extending them out. So that's what we'll start on next time on the morning coffee. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate all the support. And keep on building and stay efficient.